ンチ家の奇妙な屋敷で起きたこと、続きをやっていきます。もうなんだかよくわかんねえですね。どこだっけ、ルイスのとこに来たのかな。
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
お、カエル、これでいいのかな。おーおーおーおー、あ、ミルトのとこに来たんだ。そうだ、ミルトンは一体どうしちゃったんだろうね。魔法の F でミルトン。
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush. I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
終わった。全然意味がわからん。かなり置いてきぼり食らってるぞこのゲーム。
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she
それ
sealed
を
the
探
doors.
した。そしてドアを封じた。
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
こっち何もなかったっけ。ああ、何もねえんだ。すげえ心細い。おい、オーディン・フィンチ。モリー、バーバラ、ガス、スレン、オーディン。なんかまあ変な音してるんですけど、こっちでいいのかな。え、こっちでいいの。戻っちゃうけど。 れないね。あ、いける？あ、いける。よいしょ。あ、ここから違う。行かないで。行かなくていい。こっちから来たね、そういえば。スーって降りることもできるんだ。塞がれてる。イマージンシー。あれ、どこ行くんだこれ。あれ、こっちから来たよね。いや、こっちから来たな。え？サーモンの部屋だよね。それも塞がれている。わあれ、こう来て、グレゴリーやったじゃない？で、ガス。で、これ登って、で、こっち行ったじゃない？やっぱりどこ行っていいかわかんねえ。家の中で何かを見つけたって言ってたな。まだ登れるね。魔法の F での話があったじゃない？っていうことはだよ、これが開くんと違うん？開かないね。え？その F でだってくるくるって回してどうのこうのって話じゃないの？でもこ の値札が取れないんだよな。魔法の値札。道を間違えた俺。次どこ行けばいいの？あ、上行けんじゃんこれ。
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Oh, Lewis.
Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room. Except Lewis.
ルイス以外は入っちゃいけない。あ、これかな。よいしょ。おい、お邪魔しますよ。
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
あ、ここも行けるね。サイケデリックな部屋ですな。あ、プレイステーションじゃない。プレイステーション的な何か。
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games
あれだ
together,
けゲ
but
ー
he
ムばっ
was
かりしてた割
surprisingly
に
bad
は
at them.
あれ
He died a lot.
それ笑えないよ俺。俺も変わらねえ。ゲームが好きになるとね、前は別なんだよ。ロッカーコンテンツ。おう、よいしょ。
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery. But he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to...
wander. 何？そういうことを上から見てる視点なのねこれ。おい。ややこしいこれ。よく
I
さま
asked
よい
him
ま
to
した。
describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth.
わけわからん。
He'd feel his way about.
周りを探ってみる。はいはい。
Then something moved.
あ、すると何かうごめく。コウモリ。
And toads.
リガエル。おお、なんだこれ。
And things that have not
おお、
names.
なんか変な音。あ、やべやべやべ。もうそれにふけてるうちにわけわかんなかった。
He knew it was all in his head.
おう、切れた。
He took it very seriously.
あ
I had hoped he'd find himself.
あ、まあ、妄想にふけちゃってる。そういうことかい？
But he found something more.
何？
I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery.
ああ、まあこれ白チームだよね。
I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis.
はい。
So I let him go on.
まあ仕方ないんじゃないですか。
I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first.
ワンちゃんの。あ、
He told
はい。
me he'd made a new friend.
あ、はい。こんにちは。
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia.
ウィストピア。
He built the city up slowly, brick by brick.
なんだい？
Then he made musicians.
はいはいはい。イェイイェイイェイイェイ。
And songs for them to play.
は
He talked about starting a band.
いはい。すごいことになってきたね。
And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger.
はいはい。魚。 お
He no
お、なん
longer
か
spoke at the cannery.
こんな空想にはまってたらな。
But his chopping was as reliable as ever.
ああ、はい。
Then one day it struck him
彼は気
that
づ
all
い
the
た。
cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet,
あ
were all in his imagination.
あ、はい。ま
So
あ
he
そうだ
could
ろう
do
ね。
whatever he wished.
はい。はい、も
He
う
held an election for mayor,
市長選挙を行いまし
and he won.
ょう。おう。
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering.
ああ、はい。
It became a game for him.
おう、まだやるの？彼にとってそれはゲームになりました。はあ。
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on.
あ
New Lewis
あ、はい
lived.
はいはいはい。ニュールイスビル。はいはいはいはい。
St. Louis.
セントルイ
He started drifting away from our reality.
ス。ああ。妄想がやべえことになってきてるね。妄想、空
Minneapolis.
想。
Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery.
彼は工場から
Even
帰
as
宅
his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
空想の世界に行き始めちゃったってことかい？
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a
美しい威厳のある女王のも
handsome queen.
となんだこれ。あ、戻れないね。
The queen was on her own quest for
女王は自ら文献に出かけ光り輝く虹を探しているという。
radiant rainbows.
おう。
He followed the sound of her
あっと、あー倒しちゃった。彼は女王の出す音を追い、銀のハープをたどった。
silver harp. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon.
追跡のせ太陽の東、黄金の宮殿にたどり着いた。はい。
Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination.
おお、なんかいきなり来た。3つも来た。ちょ。ちょ。
But he was so proud of having created it.
おう、うい。
In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
国王女の存在。
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming.
あ、難しいね。
And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
いや、本当のルイスはさっきを聞いている人物ですよ。
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
はい。 これだけできるのにもうマジ。おう。 一気に現実に戻ったね。何ですかこれ。
He began to forget the world we know.
はい。
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
苦しかったです。はい。 もう現実と空想がもうわけわかんなくなってきちゃったんだね。
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
お、どこ行くの？君ルイス？
I still thought I could save him.
あ、こっちで会ってん
Even
の？
after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
ああ、また空想の世界にあったね。
The palace would be packed with his companions.
みんな顔がない。
Including the wise Calico who had insisted on advising him.
賢明な三毛猫子が。
His queen waited, holding his crown.
はい。
There was only one thing left to do.
はい。結局魚のマーク。
Bend down his head.
お、待って。これさ、
And the rest I think you know.
おー
Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
やばい、もう全然ついていけねえ。は。
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing.
うん。
She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie.
でもこれ、こっちは行けないからやっぱ上行くんだよね。
I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
お母さんの部屋、ドン？なんかちょっと大人っぽい部屋だもんね。お？ああ、イーディの90歳の誕生日。 これだ、母さんの部屋だ。ドーンさん。
What happened that night had been coming for a long time.
あの夜に起こったこと何が来たの？
Maybe it should have come sooner.
いい、ああ、もうこれ登る。
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
あなたに伝えるだけ。あなたって誰のことだい？
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
To our final night together, and all our final nights apart.
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
私はエディス。
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance.
もう一つ入り口があるって知らなかったの？
Or that Edie had a key to it.
イーディはおばあちゃんだよね。
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house.
Cry.
Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Finch のストーリー、歴史 E.D. Finch.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years.
もう年代が全然わからなく
God, it
て。
smelled awful. No, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
おう。はい、わかりませんね。
I got turned around For a while, I wandered.
こんな霧じゃね
I started seeing things.
鹿。待て待て。
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
存在することさえ忘れていた者たち。なんだこれ。
But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me.
あ、たどり着いた。家に。
Or maybe I came back to them.
はい。
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go. I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
あ
The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone.
あ、彼女はもういなかった。
After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly.
ちょっと
She got better for a while, and then she didn't.
ドーン・フィンチってことはお母さんだよね。
And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
ああ、やっぱり。はい。フィンチ家の奇妙な屋敷で起きたこと。クリア でございます。いや、不思議なゲームですね。ゲームなのかこれ。なんかちょっと自分のように芸術のかけらもない人間にはなんだかよくわからない、理解ができないようなところもありましたけど、とにかく不思議な幻想的なゲームでございました。全部これは見たことになるのかな、わかんないですけど、面白かった。途中なんか頭がなんかややこしくなっちゃいそうでしたけど、おおむね楽しくできたと思います。まだフリープレイで出てると思いますので、興味がある方はやってみたらいかがでしょうか。はい、じゃあ早いですけど、これで終わりにしたいと思います。ありがとうございました。